I'm Ted Berg, and this is the Baseball Show presented by Caesars Atlantic City. Skyping into the studio today from the Fairfield County Jail is Matt Cerrone from MetsBlog.com. Matt, first things first, is there any chance I'm going to have to coach you through childbirth on this Skype call?
I think anything's possible. It's
I'm prepared.
Any day,
I've seen it in TV like a billion times. All right. Well, I guess less importantly for you, certainly, perhaps more importantly for Mets fans, let's talk about Dillon Gee.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been great to watch. I mean, there's no getting around that. I find him incredibly entertaining. He couldn't, and everybody's been saying this, I mean, he couldn't look more like Rick Reed. I mean, he actually kind of looks like him. It's interesting, watching him, pitch, actually manage the game, manage at-bats and things like that has been really fun to watch just from a baseball point of view. And then obviously he's been super successful in helping the team to win, which is great.
He's a tricky pitcher from a numbers perspective. Mike Salfino had a good article on SNYYguys.com today, breaking it down, looking at it, and he's got a very low batting average on balls in play, which sort of suggests that maybe the results are a bit better than you'd expect so far. And it's a small sample. He's only got 99 innings in the big leagues so far, but he's been so good, and every time he goes out and has a good game, it's more evidence that he can be a successful major league pitcher.
Right, exactly. But some of those, some of that data is important. I mean, if he pitches, if the results kind of come back a little bit, to the averages there. I mean, there's going to be some issues, some home run issues, maybe things like that. But you take what you can get when you're the Mets at this point, fighting to get through 500. I mean, the rotation's been great, to this point, and I think they're due a little bit of luck, quite frankly. And it's one of those things where it's an overall, right? So if maybe he pulls back a little bit, but then maybe Dickey comes on a little more strong, and some other guys can pick it up. The overall is really what matters. As long as they keep winning as a team, I guess that's the ultimate. But as far as he goes, yeah, I mean, there's some concerning things. There was Salfino's article. There was also Mark Simon's at ESPN New York, kind of went into the same things, looking at some of, his more, deeper stats. So it's a little concerning. But again, what I like is that, he's doing the right things. Maybe he's getting a little lucky. But I like the fact that he's pitching the right way, and he's doing, he's kind of managing the game in a way that I think gives me confidence that he might be able to see himself through maybe some of the bad luck as well.
Well, and you look at some of the peripheral numbers, they haven't been great in the major leagues, especially, strikeout to walk ratio. But then you look at AAA last year, and he was great. Now, I think some of the knock on him comes from the fact that he was never considered a big prospect. And we've seen time and again, those prospect lists are great, and obviously the people at Baseball America and all the people doing those prospect reports do great jobs, because scouting prospects is just tough work. But tons of times people miss guys who turn into legitimately valuable major league contributors.
Well, you see it, watch that, not the last start against the Braves, but the one before that. I mean, he was getting swings and misses all over the place on soft changeups away.
Yeah, he's got a
good
changeup, right? And maybe that's the type of thing,
right,
since he doesn't throw hard, and he doesn't have any sort of pitch that a crazy curveball that's going to overwhelm anybody. Maybe that's the type of thing that if you're scouting a guy, and I don't know, I'm obviously not a scout. I'm here Skyping with you, not out writing reports on baseball players. But maybe that's the thing, if he's not lighting up the radar gun, and if he doesn't have any curveball that's bending guys' knees, maybe that's a thing a scout misses, that sort of differential between the fastball and the change, which can get swings and misses even at the major league level.
Yeah, right, exactly. You get more of them. I mean, think about the talent he's going up against in AAA. I mean, he's a pretty smart pitcher. We've seen that. So, his talent is what it is, but also intellectually, like we were saying earlier, I mean, he kind of knows what he's doing out there. And I think when you're facing, not major league hitters, but not necessarily low in the minor leagues, you're going to be able to get away with some things that you probably can't here. That said, he's getting swings and misses up here, and he's looking pretty impressive on pitches. He's hit 5 batters already, which I think is indicative of how he pitches inside and then works away with that changeup. He does little things, kind of pitching 101, but that's stuff you don't see a lot of anymore around the league, and he's doing that, and it's fun to watch.
And I think the most important question, Matt, are we jinxing Dillon Gee right now.
Absolutely, no question. We have that much power on this show.
Matt, thanks so much.
You got it, Ted.
Be sure to come back to MetsBlog.com and SNY.TV for full coverage of tonight's game, including recaps and post-game reaction. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.